Tomorrow is not built tomorrow, it is built today. That is the truth most people ignore, and it quietly shapes their entire life. Days pass without direction, mornings begin with distraction, energy is wasted on things that do not matter. Most people wake up late, scroll without thinking, react to problems, and call it a normal day. But it is not normal. It is a pattern of weakness that slowly destroys focus, discipline, and control. And while this happens to millions, there was one man who lived in chaos, pressure, and responsibility beyond anything most people will ever face. Yet he remained calm, focused, and in control of himself. He was not just a thinker, he was not just a philosopher. He was a Roman emperor who commanded armies, faced war, betrayal, stress, and uncertainty, and still mastered his own mind every single day. That man was Marcus Aurelius, and what made him different was not his power over the world, but his discipline over himself. He did not rely on motivation. He did not wait for the perfect moment. He followed a set of simple disciplines that guided his thoughts, actions, and decisions. These were not complex strategies. They were not secrets hidden behind wealth or status. They were simple, practical rules that anyone can follow, but very few actually do. And that is where the difference is created, because the gap between an average life and a powerful life is not talent, luck, or opportunity. It is discipline. It is how you think when things go wrong. It is how you act when you feel tired. It is how you respond when life does not go your way. Right now, most people are losing control in small ways. They delay important work. They avoid discomfort. They let emotions take over. They chase distractions, and they repeat this cycle every single day without realizing that these small actions are shaping their future. This is why tomorrow feels the same. This is why progress feels slow. This is why frustration builds. Because without discipline, there is no direction, and without direction, there is no real growth. In this video, you are going to learn 8 powerful disciplines that Marcus Aurelius practiced to stay focused, calm, and in control, even in the middle of chaos. These are not just ideas to listen to and forget. These are principles you can apply immediately. You will learn how to take control of your mornings, so your day starts with clarity instead of confusion. You will understand how to stop wasting energy on things you cannot control and focus only on what truly matters. You will see how your thoughts shape your reality and how to take control of them before they control you. You will learn why doing your duty without excuses is the foundation of real strength. You will discover the power of remembering that time is limited and how that awareness can push you to act instead of delay. You will learn how to stay calm when pressure rises and emotions try to take over. You will understand why ignoring unnecessary opinions can free your mind and sharpen your focus. And finally, you will see how small daily improvement can completely change your future if you stay consistent. These disciplines are not just about success, they are about control. They are about building a mind that does not break under pressure. They are about creating a life where you decide your direction instead of reacting to everything around you. And the truth is, most people will never apply these ideas. They will listen, feel inspired for a moment, and then go back to their old habits. That is why this video is different. This is not about motivation. This is about transformation. This is about giving you something real, something practical, something you can use starting today. There is also something deeper that most people do not realize. Marcus Aurelius wrote many of his thoughts in private, not for fame, not for attention, but as reminders to himself. He struggled just like anyone else. He felt pressure, doubt, and stress. But instead of escaping it, he faced it with discipline. That is what makes these principles powerful. They are not perfect ideas from a perfect life. They are real lessons from a real struggle. And that is why they work. As you go through this video, you will start to notice something. These disciplines are simple, but they are not easy. They require effort. They require awareness. They require consistency. But once you start applying them, even in small ways, you will begin to see a shift. Your mind will feel clearer, your actions will feel stronger, your days will start to have direction, and slowly your tomorrow will begin to change. Stay with this video until the end, because each discipline builds on the next. Missing one means missing a piece of the full picture, and by the end, you will not just understand these principles, you will see how they connect to your own life and how you can start using them immediately. This is not just information, this is a system for control, clarity, and strength. Welcome to the channel, where we focus on discipline, clarity, and Stoic wisdom. If you are ready to take control of your life and build a stronger mind, make sure to subscribe and become part of this journey. You don't lack time, you lack control, and that is the quiet truth most people avoid because it is uncomfortable. Time is the same for everyone, yet the results are completely different. Some people move forward with clarity, while others feel stuck in the same place for years. The difference is not hours in the day, it is how those hours are used. Your mornings decide your focus, and your focus decides your life. That first hour after you wake up is not small, it is not casual, it is not something you can waste without consequence. It is the foundation of everything that follows. If your morning begins with distraction, your day becomes scattered. If your morning begins with intention, your day gains direction. This is where most people lose before they even begin. They wake up and give their attention away. Notifications, messages, noise, and endless scrolling take control before their mind even has a chance to think clearly. And once that control is gone, the rest of the day follows the same pattern. Reaction replaces intention, confusion replaces clarity, and by the end of the day, nothing meaningful is built. In this video, you will learn 8 Stoic disciplines that can change how you think, how you act, and how you live starting tomorrow, not next week, not someday, but immediately if you choose to apply them. These are not ideas meant to sound good. These are principles that were tested under pressure, built in struggle, and refined through real-life challenges. They are simple to understand, but powerful when practiced. Each one is designed to give you back control, not just of your time, but of your mind, your reactions, and your direction. Because without control, even the best plans fail, and with control, even small actions begin to create real change. Marcus Aurelius was not living in comfort when he practiced these disciplines. He was a Roman emperor, responsible for an entire empire. He led armies into war. He dealt with betrayal, disease, political pressure, and constant uncertainty. His environment was unpredictable and often harsh, yet his mind remained steady. He did not wait for peace to feel calm. He created calm within chaos. He did not depend on perfect conditions to act with discipline. He carried discipline into imperfect conditions. That is what made him different. His power did not come from controlling the world around him. It came from controlling himself. While others reacted, he observed. While others complained, he acted. While others lost focus, he stayed aligned with his principles. This is the mindset that allowed him to remain stable while everything around him was unstable. The first discipline begins where every day begins, with your morning. Win the morning, win the day. This is not just a phrase, it is a reality that repeats itself every single day whether you notice it or not. Most people start their morning with their phone, not their mind. They open their eyes and immediately look for distraction. They search for something to consume instead of creating clarity within themselves. And this simple habit sets the tone for everything that follows. Their attention is no longer theirs. It is scattered, divided, and weak. Marcus Aurelius approached his mornings differently. Before he faced the world, he faced his own thoughts. He reminded himself of the challenges he might encounter. He prepared his mind for difficulty, not comfort. He built strength before the day demanded it. This gave him an advantage that most people never experience, because when you prepare your mind first, the outside world loses its power to shake you. If you do not control your morning, your day controls you, and once your day controls you, your life slowly moves in a direction you never chose. The second discipline is about acceptance, something that sounds simple but is deeply misunderstood. Peace begins where control ends. Most people spend a large part of their energy fighting things they cannot change. They resist reality. They complain about situations, people, and outcomes that are already outside their control. and this resistance creates frustration, stress, and mental exhaustion. The Stoic approach is different. It is not about giving up. It is about recognizing where your power actually exists. Marcus Aurelius understood that some things depend on you and some things do not. And once you clearly see that line, your thinking changes. You stop wasting energy on what cannot be changed, and you start focusing fully on what can be improved. This shift is powerful because it removes unnecessary noise from your mind. The moment you stop resisting reality, you start thinking clearly, and clear thinking leads to better decisions, better actions, and better results. The third discipline goes deeper into the mind itself. Your mind is your battlefield, whether you realize it or not. Every day, thoughts appear without effort. Some are useful, many are not. Negative thoughts often feel real, even when they are not based on truth. They create fear, doubt, and hesitation, and when these thoughts are left unchecked, they begin to control behavior. Marcus Aurelius believed that you have power over your mind, not outside events. This is one of the most important ideas in Stoicism. It means that while you cannot always control what happens, you can control how you interpret it. And that interpretation shapes your response. If your thoughts are weak, your actions will follow that weakness. If your thoughts are strong, your actions will reflect strength. Changing your thoughts is not about pretending everything is perfect. It is about choosing a perspective that allows you to act with clarity instead of fear. Change your thoughts and you begin to change your future, because your future is built on the actions you take today, and those actions come from your thinking. The fourth discipline removes one of the biggest obstacles to progress: excuses. Discipline is doing what must be done, even when you do not feel like doing it. Most people wait for motivation. They wait to feel ready, inspired, or energized before they act. But motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes without warning. Marcus Aurelius did not rely on how he felt. He relied on what needed to be done, even when he was tired, even when he was under pressure, even when conditions were not ideal. He continued to fulfill his duties. This consistency is what creates strength. Excuses delay your life. They push important actions into the future, and that future never arrives in the way you expect. Every time you choose an excuse over action, you reinforce a habit of avoidance, and over time, that habit becomes your default behavior. Breaking that pattern requires discipline, not emotion. It requires action even when it feels difficult. The fifth discipline introduces a perspective that many people avoid thinking about, yet it holds incredible power. Time is limited. This is not meant to create fear, but awareness. Most people live as if they have unlimited time. They delay important decisions. They postpone meaningful actions. They assume there will always be another chance. Marcus Aurelius practiced remembering that life is temporary. This awareness is known as memento mori. It brings urgency to your actions. It forces you to see time as valuable, not disposable. When you understand that your time is limited, your priorities become clearer. You stop wasting energy on things that do not matter. You focus on what truly deserves your attention. When you respect time, you stop wasting it. And when you stop wasting time, your life begins to move with purpose. The sixth discipline is about staying calm under pressure. Calm is power, especially in moments when everything feels intense. Most people react emotionally when faced with stress, conflict, or uncertainty. They allow their feelings to take control, and those reactions often lead to poor decisions. Marcus Aurelius understood that events themselves do not hurt you, your reaction to them does. This idea creates a gap between what happens and how you respond. In that gap, you have a choice. You can react impulsively, or you can respond with control. Developing this control is not easy, but it is valuable, because when you remain calm, you see situations more clearly, you think more logically, you act more effectively. Control your reaction, and you begin to control your life, because your reactions shape your outcomes. The seventh discipline addresses something that quietly influences behavior: the opinions of others. Not everyone deserves your attention, yet most people give it freely. They worry about what others think. They seek approval. They adjust their actions based on external opinions. This creates confusion and weakens focus. Marcus Aurelius believed in focusing on your own path. He understood that opinions are often based on limited understanding, bias, or emotion. They are not always aligned with truth or growth. When you give too much importance to these opinions, you lose direction. You begin to act for validation instead of purpose. Ignoring unnecessary opinions does not mean ignoring feedback. It means choosing carefully what deserves your attention. Freedom begins when approval ends. And with that freedom, your focus becomes stronger and your actions more aligned with your goals. The eighth discipline is simple, but powerful when practiced consistently. Small progress every day creates lasting change. Most people want fast results. They want immediate success, quick transformation, and visible progress. When they do not see it, they lose motivation and stop trying. Marcus Aurelius focused on consistency, not speed. He understood that strength is built over time. Each small action adds up. Each day of discipline contributes to a larger result. Consistency builds strength, not occasional effort. Your future is built in small steps, repeated daily. This approach removes pressure and replaces it with steady progress. It allows you to focus on what you can do today, instead of worrying about how long it will take. As these disciplines come together, a pattern begins to appear. Your life is not out of control, your habits are. The way you start your day, the way you respond to challenges, the way you think, the way you act, these patterns shape everything. Marcus Aurelius did not wait for a better life to appear. He built it, one disciplined day at a time, and that same approach is available to anyone willing to apply it. These 8 disciplines are not ideas you listen to and forget. They are daily decisions you either follow or ignore. They show up in small moments, in how you wake up, how you think, how you respond, and how you act when no one is watching. This is where your future is quietly being built, not in big events, not in perfect plans, but in simple actions repeated every single day. That is the difference most people miss. They search for something big to change their life, while ignoring the small choices that are already shaping it. And that is why nothing changes. Tomorrow will not change you. A new day does not bring a new life on its own. But what you do tomorrow, the way you think, the way you act, the way you apply these disciplines, that is what begins to shift everything. It starts small, it feels slow, but it builds something strong over time. Control grows, clarity improves, your actions become sharper, and slowly your life starts moving in a direction you actually chose, not one you drifted into. Most people will hear these ideas and move on. They will feel a moment of motivation, then return to the same habits, but a few will take this seriously. A few will apply even one of these disciplines and stay consistent, and those are the people who begin to see real change. Not instantly, but steadily. Not loudly, but powerfully. If this changed how you see discipline, then take the next step. Subscribe to the channel and become part of a space built for discipline, clarity, and Stoic wisdom. This is not about quick motivation. This is about building a strong mind that stays steady in any situation. Like the video so more people can find it. Share it with someone who needs to take back control of their life. And come back to these ideas often, not just to hear them, but to live them. Because real power is not in controlling the world around you. Real power is mastering yourself.